Good afternoon. This video is about the issue of heterosexuality, homosexuality. Uh, there has been cases where people who believe in God, very religious people, look at homosexuals or lesbians or LGBTQ people as being evil. Evil in the sense that they choose to do what is unnatural, biologically unnatural. Um, in my view, nobody has proven to anyone that God is a man or a woman. We have the tendency to look at God as being male rather than female. And if God has no definite gender, who knows why um, being LGBTQ could be wrong or not? In most cases, scientists will tell you that being LGBTQ is not something that people choose to be. God makes people to be black, brown, looking like Chinese, or white. So it is not like someone decides to say, oh, I want to look white. I'm going to be born to a white family in Scotland or in USA or in Canada. No, we just happen to be here. We happen to be here in one nation, in one race, or in one tribe that we haven't chosen to be in. What we do is learn to adapt to it. So, I believe the tendency to call God, refer to God as man, comes from the fact that most of the holy books were written by men. So, when you are the one writing the story, you have the tendency of writing it in a good way, in a way that will make you look good. So why is it that I believe that if the holy books were written by women, they would have written a slightly different story, as to make it sound like the woman is the root and the foundation of everything. And in most cases, women are the root and the foundation of the backbone of majority of successful people, you know. But when you look at the Holy Bible, they talk about God created man, and then last thought, he said maybe I should give him a partner. Yeah, then created Eve, Adam and Eve. So I believe if the story was written by man, it would have been the other way around. So it is not even certain that God is a man or even a woman. So if God could be either of the sexes or gender, then who knows? Then it comes to the kind of food we are eating too. I have got a lot of questions from people who are asking why we have so many young people who are acting, a young boy acting like he's a girl, or a young girl acting like she's a man or a boy. And why is that so? It is something that is not easy to explain, but one thing that is basic and well known is the fact that the people did not choose to be LGBTQ. People do not choose to be lesbian. People do not choose to be gay. In fact, particularly if you are black and you already have that as something that is against you in the society, you do not want another thing, another stigma like being LGBTQ to be added to the fact that you are black, you are in the minority. So it is a double whammy for particularly black and brown kids who are homosexual or lesbian to come out, because not only the stigma of being of a different race in a society where they are regarded to be less than uh, um, uh, regular citizen, and then in addition to that, to have a sexual orientation that actually sets them apart from other people, normal people who are supposed to be normal. So, if no one is for sure about God being a man or a woman, so who are we to judge those people who have a sexual orientation issue? Then it comes to the kind of food we are eating too. More and more people are moving towards organic food. One thing that you have to pay attention to is that the chicken, the egg that you are eating is unisex. And those fish that are farmed are also unisex in most cases. And I say unisex in the sense that those eggs, if you look at organic eggs, they are different in the sense that we grew up knowing that the rooster and the hen will have to have sex in order to produce the eggs. Whereas the eggs and the chicken you are eating, they are produced without any differentiation between the male and the female chromosome mixing together. So it seems like the chicken that produces the eggs are of a different gene than the regular chicken that we were used to eating before. And it comes to be known also that whereas about 40, 50 years ago, a girl will have to be 13 or 14 years of age before she starts to grow breast. Now, when a child is about 8 or 9 years old, they're starting to have their menstruation and they're starting to grow breast, which is scary. Scary in the sense that when you look at the food that we are feeding the children, the chicken it is said that the chicken that you are eating, it takes about 4 to 5 weeks for it to go from being a chicklet, a baby, to being in your plate. So that is something that people need to look into, as to say, okay, maybe I should be eating more natural food, much more organic food, where the sexes, the gender are clearly defined. So if you are eating food that are unisex or produced in a very unnatural way, it's likely going to affect you in your health. I hope that makes some sense to people. Thank you.